Wild Transylvania, the strange and enigmatic people of the mountains, the guardians of the peaks. I'm the mythology teacher, and today we will discover the Romanian shepherds and their lifestyle and unique cultural legacy. Transhumance has been practiced in Transylvania for more than 1,000 years, supported by tried and tested methods over many generations. Both shepherds and dogs protect grazing flocks from brown bears, wolves and lynx that roam across the Carpathian mountains. Nowadays, Romania's mountains and its forests support the largest concentration of wild carnivores in Europe, with over a third of its largest predators. Sheep are an important part of Romanian life, and shepherds have a special place in Romanian history and culture. As centuries pass, the old craftsmanship of shepherds doesn't change as much as our technological revolution does. The way of making cheese, milking the sheep and protecting their livestock is centuries old and proven to be efficient. New technologies rise in Western Europe to protect herds from big predators, but the answer maybe lies in these old methods. As new generations leave the country searching for a better future, some children grow up in the middle of this craft, on the top of the mountains, waiting to take over the family business. This gives hope on a future for traditional herding and transhumance. Transhumance is a central aspect of the shepherd's lifestyle in Romania. As winter blankets the highlands with snow, the shepherds and their flocks descend to the valleys. In the spring, they make the great journey back up to the high pastures. This seasonal migration not only ensures the animals have access to fresh grazing, but also serves as a social occasion for shepherds to reunite and exchange stories. Local transhumant shepherds have offered me many important lessons over the years about conservation and why it is important to work in harmony with nature. They view the mountains and forest as their breadbasket, something to be nurtured and cared for, as without it, they are fully aware their traditional way of life would end. They see the wolves and brown bears as part of that environment and believe that they have equal right to be there. This ancient lifestyle and this kind of shepherding is rarely seen in Western Europe, requiring tough characters to protect their livestock from bears and wolves from spring to late autumn. They move through forest-covered mountains to open clearings rich in grass and meadow flowers. The meat, milk and cheese produced from this chemical-free grazing is delicious, nurturing and truly organic. Good quality food production in harmony with the environment is not a new concept, as these shepherds and their ancestors have strongly proved over the centuries. It took me several years of observation and documentation to fully understand this truly refined system, the way it all works and the way it is designed to coincide with the seasons. Nothing is wasted here. When I was first introduced to transhumance in Transylvania as a boy, I was surprised to discover that after milking the sheep, the cheese was made immediately after in temporary wooden sheds. This end product is not treated with chemicals or refined in any way. This land is truly wild, without gates and fences, so wolves, lynx and bears roam without hindrance, posing a constant threat to grazing livestock. Spending time with these large flocks gives you by far the best chance of viewing a wolf, as they often shadow the sheep in the hope of a quick and easy meal. Wolves have very strong necks and can run with a lamp in their mouth even when chased by the dogs guarding them. The lives of pastoral shepherds are far from comfortable and requires living outdoors and away from family and home for up to 5 or 6 months of the year. They literally live and work with their sheep for 24 hours a day, sleeping at night in makeshift huts on legs, which look very much like large rabbit hutches. There are no toilets and no running water or electricity. Oil lamps are used for lighting and water is fetched from rivers and streams for washing and cooking. The sheep are rounded up in the evening and kept in a large sheepfold overnight, with shepherds sleeping just meters away. Once asleep, the safety of the flock is largely in the hands of the dogs that patrol the area, keeping a watchful eye for predators that may attempt to take advantage during the cover of darkness. When the shepherds move location for fresh grazing, these temporary buildings are dismantled and loaded onto carts pulled by horses to the next designated meadow. Horses pulling carts play a very important role in the system of transhumance, as most vehicles cannot go where the shepherds go, moving along narrow forest tracks that connect remote mountain meadows. Horses are not only used for moving camp, but to transport firewood, fetching supplies, taking dairy products to local market for sale, and when the sheep are sheared in the mountains, the wool is then stuffed into large sacks before being brought down the valley. The donkeys are also very useful, and they are used as the mobile alarm system. If a predator approaches the camp, the donkey kicks up such a fuss they alert both shepherds and dogs of the approaching danger. Flocks are formed in spring from the shepherd's own sheep and also those of local villagers that pay for their services. Most villagers own a few sheep, which they keep in barns through the winter. Once spring arrives, they transport their sheep to transhumance shepherds that are waiting on nearby meadows close to the village. The next time they see their sheep again will be in October, when the shepherds return to the village from the mountains. Shepherds take good care of the sheep handed over into their care, protecting them from predators, caring for them when they are sick, shearing, lambing and milking. Before they are returned to their owners, each sheep will have been dipped to remove parasites, and the shepherds will also check and trim their hooves. The shepherds don't carry guns and rely on livestock guardian dogs for both self and livestock protection. It's very important to heed the warning signs displayed by these dogs if you are a stranger. Don't keep walking forward until the shepherd comes to greet you or calls his dogs back. If no shepherd appears, then turn around and leave walking slowly. If you need to walk past them, then find an alternative route around the flock with plenty of space between you and the dogs. Remember, for us, the so-called civilized world, these dogs are almost wild. The shepherds of Romania's mountains stand as resilient bearers of tradition in a rapidly changing world. Their customs and practices offer a glimpse into a way of life where humans and nature coexist harmoniously. By understanding and appreciating their unique culture, we not only honor their heritage, but also gain insights into sustainable living and the enduring connection between people and the land. As long as there are those who cherish the past, as you are, and work toward a sustainable future, the legacy of Romania's mountain shepherds will continue to thrive.